All right, hey there guys, what's up? It's Angie here in the Fat Loss for Real 30-day challenge group. So I wanted to hop on today for day 11's video. So if you guys happen to hop on with me while I'm live, you can drop any of your questions in here. If you had questions about the diet plan or if you had questions about any products that you're using here, drop them in here. You can do that on the replay too. Thursdays is for like Q&A, and then this is where we transition from what we've been talking about all week into what I'm gonna have you guys do with it, right? Like what's the whole point of what we're talking about all this week, and where am I taking you, and what am I gonna give you to work with from here? Like what are the next steps, okay? So this week we have been talking about experiential avoidance, right? So yesterday I hopped on and helped you guys to kind of clarify exactly what kinds of experiences I was talking about, the types of experiences that we are avoiding around dieting and weight loss, right? These are the things that keep preventing us from actually losing the weight that we want to lose. And so we are also spending time over those last couple of days, Tuesday and Wednesday, looking over kind of the repercussions or the consequences of avoiding those experiences, right? Like what has that done to our lives? Like how has it narrowed our lives to be avoiding those things? So those experiences, those uncomfortable, unwanted experiences. So what were those experiences? It's things like when you start a diet, it's all of the anxiety, the stress, the overwhelm, the discomfort, right? The feeling deprived, the feeling left out, all of those things that arise when we start a diet plan. I know from personal experience that there were times when, for the majority of the time when I was dieting, before I learned this stuff that I'm sharing with you guys and we're going to get deeper into, but before I learned all of this stuff, every time I started a diet, I would get slammed with depression, anxiety, stress. Pretty much I was miserable, right? I was miserable. And really, this is what I want to get into tonight, is really all I ever knew was that I had two options, only two options, right? Those two options were either to fight what I was feeling with discipline and willpower, right? To grit my teeth and clench my fists and power through it and just like, listen to motivational speeches every day and pump myself up, like just keep trying to keep myself motivated and pumped and excited, and don't get down and don't feel bad and don't feel this and don't feel that. Just keep yourself going, or I thought just flight, right? Fight or flight. I thought I could just get away from it, right? I just don't have to feel this. So where was I? I was back to the kitchen I was eating like a mad woman. I was eating, 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to escape, to flight from those experiences, right? I didn't want to feel them. I didn't want to feel that. So it was like, not today, next week, next Monday, next year, because not now, because no, I don't want to feel this. So I would run, I would flee, I would take flight. So either I would fight it or I would flight. I would take flight and get out of there. I would want to get away from those feelings. And as soon as I put that bread in my mouth, I didn't have to feel that anymore, right? Those are the only two options that I truly believed that I had. So I'm actually going to be giving you guys a third option, and it's the option that I discovered that allowed me to lose weight. It allowed me to crack the code and lose the weight. So I'm going to be giving you that third option tomorrow. I'm going to give it to you tomorrow, but as today's assignment, I want you to spend time reflecting and thinking about those times when you've either fought it with willpower and discipline, and I want you to think about the times that you've taken flight from it, you fled from it. So you went and broke your diet so you didn't have to feel that way anymore. Specifically for that, so you could feel better, so you didn't have to feel the pain that you were experiencing on your diet. So I just, guys, I get so emotional talking about this stuff because I really, really know, I mean, you guys know, it was over 2 decades I struggled with my weight, and it really gets me emotional because I know the pain. I know the pain that it causes in our lives when we feel so stuck, because we think we only have those two options. And when you only have those two options, you're stuck, because you can only last so long with willpower and discipline before you're like, I'm sorry, excuse my French, but you're like, fuck it. Like, I got kids, I got a life, I got a job, I got this, I got that. Fuck it. Like, I can't do this. And so what does that leave for you? That means for the rest of your life, you can't go in that direction. You can only go in that direction. You can't go in that direction because there's too much pain there, right? And if you try and fight through it with willpower and discipline, you're going to burn out on that too. And I don't know if I'm repeating myself. I think I just was saying about willpower and discipline. Either way, right? Yeah, if you're fighting it with willpower and discipline, you're going to eventually throw your hands up in the air on a bad day and say, fuck it, and go break your diet. That's what's going to happen. Fight or flight doesn't work in this situation. It only leaves you stuck. So, as today's assignment, spend that time thinking about, and you guys will have into tomorrow evening, right? That's just kind of the way the flow is working right now. So we're getting to things, every evening, and you have all day tomorrow to like go through it. And tomorrow evening, I'll be getting to you guys for what you're gonna have for the rest of the weekend. So just think about those times, whether you could even get a sheet of paper and write down the experience, and then whether you fought or you fled from it, right? Through emotional eating. So like the times that you fought and you really were trying very, very hard to just do all the positive thinking you could, listen to all the motivational speakers you could, keep yourself super pumped up and happy and on top of the world, and yet it still failed you, right? So I'm gonna go out there on a limb and say that it's because of these two, because we are limiting ourselves to these two options, that we are stuck and unable to lose weight when we are stuck and unable to lose weight. So I'm gonna give you a third option tomorrow, and it's, gonna be an eye-opener. And I'm, my hope, my wish is for you guys to have, an aha moment where you're like, oh, a third option? I didn't know I could do that. So, so I'm going to leave you guys with that. You guys comment below if you want to share, your experiences and your, fight or flight responses that you had, and share with me, how that went for you, and, just what that's led to in your life. So, looking forward to connecting with you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to hop over into the group and let you guys know that this video is up for today, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay. Good night.